car that your chain-smoking uncle drove, coming back from his hard work at the hard mine with the hard men. It's a modest, tire-smoking, family-friendly coupe that'll get the kids to school doing a quarter mile, 14 seconds at a time, and get you out of the Walmart parking lot from 0 to 60 in a little over 6 seconds. This little hot rod went from having some of the most recognizable markings in the industry to being a forgotten gem. And this is everything you need to know about the Plymouth Duster. In late 1969, when the Plymouth Barracuda moved to the bigger E-body platform, leaving behind the A-body, it left a hole in Plymouth's lineup. Now, Chrysler wanted to fill that hole with a sleek, sporty coupe to compete with the likes of the Chevy Nova, the Ford Maverick, and the AMC Hornet. So, in late 1969, the boys over at Chrysler came together and had Gene Weiss, the man who helped develop such classic cars as the GTX, the Roadrunner, as well as managed the Valiant Barracuda product planning, and Milt Antoniuk. He helped with iconic designs like the Plymouth Valiant and also the Plymouth Barracuda, some Dodge trucks, and, you know, just the Chrysler minivan. Hey guys, just a quick interruption to update you guys on Project Coal Duster real quick. The engine's done. I've been real busy lately, so I haven't had the opportunity to get out here and work on the car, but I got a nice big cart full of parts. So, we'll be doing some cool stuff here soon. Chrysler got these guys together to perform some junkyard styling with just the leftovers of a styling budget. You know, nothing crazy, just $15 million and an A-body parts bin to design a car to fill this gap in Chrysler's lineup. Now, I like to imagine the meeting went just a little something like this. Hey, Mr. Chrysler, you want to see me?
All right, Dusty boys, we're losing ground. We gotta come up with a new car to compete with the Chevy and Ford and these AMC fellas. I don't really know who that is, but we gotta compete with them.
What's the budget? What am I working with? Because I can design you a car from the ground up, or I can give you some junkyard styling crap, and you know.
I don't know. Let's see here. What can you boys do with 3/4 a dime and this stick of gum?
I can't do anything with 3/4 a dime and a stick of gum. I can see the giant stack of cash behind you. Can't I just have that and a Valiant?
Oh. That. I guess so. I guess you boys can have that stack of money there. So, does that mean I can keep the gum?
Sure, I guess.
Heck yeah. Perfect little treat after my Abba Zabba bar.
So the Dusty Boys got to work turning a boring grocery getter, the Plymouth Valiant, into a sleek, sexy muscle car. The front end and chassis of the Duster was borrowed from the Plymouth Valiant. But from the cowl back, the car was all new. A brand new semi-fastback styling, new doors, and body lines that blended seamlessly. Unlike its competitors, it was only offered as a 2-door coupe. Because, I mean, who needs 4 doors for more Much like the Roadrunner, the Duster was supposed to be associated with a Warner Brothers character, but good old WB wanted too much money to use the character. We want that feral little spinny guy on our car. What, you want Taz? The Tasmanian Devil? This guy? Yeah, that guy. How much?
$100 billion.
Too much money! So with Taz, out of reach, Chrysler's director of interior styling, designed the Twister logo and the font. After all their hard work in 1970, the Plymouth Duster debuted, marketed as a sporty, compact car alternative to the Volkswagen Bug, for the budget-conscious family that could handle well and save money on fuel costs, all while looking good and offering that sweet, sweet V8 goodness. The Duster was originally offered in two different models, a base model and the performance-oriented 340 model, designed to appeal to those pesky youth. Several engine options were offered, the 198 and 225 cubic inch Chrysler slant sixes, 318 small block V8, and the creme de la creme, legendary 340 cubic inch small block V8. Now this thing bolstered an eye-watering, absolutely staggering, jaw-dropping 275 horsepower and a gut-wrenching 340 pound-feet of Turks. Admittedly, it's not much, but that's the advertised power. The 340s realistically were closer to the 320-ish horsepower range, considering the car weighed around 3,100 pounds. It was plenty of power to go hunting lesser small blocks with. And all of that horsepower you could have for the low, low cost of $2,547. That's $20,628.50 in today's money, which, dare I say, that's one hell of a deal. Regardless, you can't really buy very many cars for 20 grand with that kind of power. Or the looks, even, really. I mean, that could get you a new Kia Soul or a used Jeep Renegade, relatively new one. Or the better option, 3,690 Taco Bell Crunchwrap Supremes. It's a lot of Taco Bell and it's a lot of trips to the toilet, but dare I say that's the better option. Mid-year, a Gold Duster package was introduced, which included gold badging, gold stripes, wall-to-wall carpeting, pleated all-vinyl seats, white walls, wheel covers, a deluxe insulation package, and a canopy vinyl roof. This package would be offered all the way through 1975, but for this year, and this year only, the car was emblazoned with a Valiant badge just above the Duster logo. By the end of 1970, 217,000 Dusters were sold, making it one of the best-selling models for Plymouth at the time. The Duster sold so well, in fact, that the boys over at Dodge wanted their own. The Dodge Demon, which was just a Dodge Dart given the same junkyard styling treatment as the Valiant.
Meet Dodge Demon, the brand new economy coupe. And if there's any fun around, Demon's gonna find it.
The Demon, however, used an adorable little cartoon devil. Poor feller only lasted 2 years, though, since churchgoers caused quite a ruckus for Chrysler and Dodge. So they dropped the Demon namesake and the devil character. And went for a much less problematic name, the Dodge Dart Sport. The Duster received minor design updates and changes in 71, 72, like side marker lights, tail lights, and also due to a pesky government agency who shall remain unnamed lest I summon them, then their horsepowers decreased to comply with new emissions regulations. As the Valiant was updated in 1973 with a new hood, grille, front bumper, and tail lights, the Duster got the same treatment and updates as well as new trim packages, one of them being the Space Duster, as well as an optional metal sunroof. Now, from this point on, the Duster remained mostly unchanged, other than minor emissions and safety updates and tweaking the design here and there, and, dropping new trim packages. Despite the ongoing oil crisis in the 70s, Chrysler stuck to their guns, and in 1974, the Duster would drop the faithful 340 in favor of a detuned 360-inch cubic V8, making a breathtaking 245 horsepower. 1974 would end up being the Duster's best-selling year. A total of 281,378 cars were produced, most of which were the Slant 6 and 318 versions of the car. Throughout its life, the Duster received a bunch of trim and appearance packages, so lightning round style, we're just gonna go over them real quick. The Duster, basic Duster, nothing special. Duster 340, Duster but big engine, go fast. Duster Twister, all the looks of a Duster 340, none of the fast. Gold Duster, Duster but luxury. The Space Duster, for those cargo-oriented people, with a carpeted trunk and folding rear seat. Duster 360, Duster 340, bigger engine, go slow. Emissions. Feather Duster, Duster but light. Feather Duster, it's light. Aluminum parts, that's all. Silver Duster, Duster, but silver red paint and trim. After selling over 1.3 million cars, the Duster and Dart were quietly discontinued due to tighter and tighter government regulations, increased insurance costs, rising fuel prices. Unfortunately, the muscle car era began to fade in favor of more conservative, fuel-efficient cars. Production ended in mid-1976 when the Dodge Aspen and Plymouth Volare debuted to replace the Dart and the Duster. These cars were designed to compete with the more luxurious Ford Granada and the Mercury Monarch, and with the Duster and Dart effectively killed, the Duster nameplate went into storage. The Duster nameplate was revived 3 years later as a trim package for the 1979 and 1980 model year Volares. This included new stripes, louvered rear windows, and true 80s fashion, and not much else. It was mostly just an appearance and a name. Now, despite its short run, the Duster made its place in history as an affordable alternative to bigger muscle cars, and it proved that you don't need a fortune or a screaming supercharged big block for performance. Sometimes the best things really do come in small packages. And today, the Duster still has a cult following. A lot of people love it. It's easy to forget about, though. I mean, how many Gen Z kids really know about Plymouth? As far as I know, all they know is Hellcat go fast, play Fortnite, and incoherent slang. Anyways, back to the conclusion here. The Duster may have been a parts bin redesigned special of the Valiant, punching well above its weight, and many car enthusiasts probably won't have any idea what car you're even talking about, but today the Duster lives on in the hearts of mopar enthusiasts as an underdog, embodying the spirit of affordable performance that can still get down at the drag strip. And with that, that is everything you need to know about the Plymouth Duster. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked this style of video, let me know in the comments, and let me know what other cars you guys want to see me do this thing with. It's, at the moment, just a one-off, but who knows. Despite the ongoing oil crisis, wow, spectacular language.